Hello and welcome to day 16. Over the last few days I've been talking about time and our perception of time and how it affects our mental health and our ability to get things done. A couple of things I want to talk about today. There's a very famous study carried out in 1996 by the psychologist John Barr, where he asked a group of participants to solve some anagram puzzles. And then, unbeknownst to the participants, he timed their journey back from the room to the lift. And what he found is that those people who had solved anagram puzzles to do with old people, so there were words in the anagrams like old, grey, bingo, they took significantly longer to get back to the lift than the people who had just filled in everyday words with anagrams. And I think Barr thinks that somehow being primed with words to do with old affected the participants' perception of time, or it maybe even made them act older and therefore walk slower back to the lift. So could it be that our emotions affect our perception of time, and also could how we feel just by what we read and what we see out there, could that affect us emotionally and affect our behavior? Something to think about. There's another very famous psychologist, a guy called Philip Zimbardo, famous for the Stanford prison experiment. If you don't know about it, go and look it up. It's mental. He, in 1999, developed a tool called the Zimbardo Time Perspective Instrument, and it is a questionnaire. It takes about 5 minutes. I'll put a link below that you can do. And what that tool does, it breaks down into, I think, 6 time perspectives that people fall into in life. So one would be past negative, where they look back in their past in a negative light and all the bad things that happened to them. Past positive, which is where they look back in their past in a with scrapbooks and things with positive, happy childhood. Present hedonistic, which is where they're living in the here and now, having a good time, looking for pleasure. Present fatalistic, where people don't believe in making decisions about the future, because guess what? It won't make any difference anyway. Fate just gets in the way. Then future positive, where people believe the future will be better and make plans and make decisions and believe they have an impact on their future. And then the 6th one is transcendental future, where people are preparing for the afterlife, where they believe, well, actually, that's when we die, we go to a better place, and that's a good thing. And then in Germany, they came up with a 7th time perspective, which was future negative. That, of course, will be the Germans, where they look at the future as a negative thing. And what Zimbardo has discovered, that if you have an unbalanced time perspective, i.e. you are overly looking in the past in a negative light, or overlooking at the future in a negative light, it can affect your mental health. And in fact, a British study who looked at these different time perspectives found that if you have a balanced time perspective, you are generally you score much more higher on all the tests for well-being, and actually you seem to be much more successful in business and in life as well. So what I would suggest you do is follow the link, go and take the test, see where you are on one of those 6 perspectives. And over the next couple of days, I'll talk a little bit how you can develop, to be more. You can become more future positive and less past negative, etc., etc. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.